the more you're prepared, the more you can deal with any situation. And this runs for everything we do in life. As an example, if the fire alarm went off at work and you knew exactly what to do, you would literally go outside, you queue up, you get your clipboard and you tick everyone off. But you know what to do. But if you didn't and that fire alarm went off, you would panic. Same when you're in the hospital. You'll see that the bed goes over and this guy's neck's just splurting out of blood. The doctor's just like, right, get that, I need this. Very calm. But if you was just next to that person on the bus and the blood, you'd go absolutely nuts because you're not prepared. And this is the same within sports. Like when things go wrong, you're prepared. You know what to do. You know how to calm yourself down. If you get cramp, you know you need to eat certain foods at certain times. But you go in there prepared. So then it got me thinking, like parenting, and especially when you've got a daughter. And most dads are very protective dads and they don't let their daughter out into the big bad world. But guess what? They're still going to go into that big bad world unprepared because you've hidden them from it. So maybe a better approach, and again, I'm coming just from the observer, but maybe a better approach is if we prepare our daughters to go into the big bad world, so when they meet men like me and other people, at least they know what to do. At least you can educate them, because men are very similar all over the world. So men that are interested in you, they will pay attention. They will literally give their time and listen to you, have a conversation with you and be genuinely interested. Other people will not be paying attention. They're on their phone looking around. They're mostly lying to you. But if you teach them these signs and you see this guy's not into you, do not waste your time. You're going to get hurt. At least they know what to do. There might be someone that literally all they want is sex. And you can tell if you was to be aware of what they're saying. And then it gives the girl the power. If they want to have sex with that person, they can choose to have sex with that person. But at least they're informed, at least they know. But what happens is that you get these horrible men in this world and the women just don't know how to deal with them. So then they do get hurt and they do put all their emotions on. They do get everything to this person and yet they get done over. And then they suffer and then they get into a relationship and stay in a relationship and like the whole thing goes downhill. And you could really pull that all the way back to the parenting. You could set them up for a lot more success. Remember, women have the power. They normally say yes or no, and that's what normally happens. And sometimes the guy will keep trying, and then the girl can give in, but that's still her power that she holds. So imagine if she held the power, then knowing the signs and what to look out for. And that way, then your daughter can go into this world and actually look after herself, be in control of her own choices, and start paying attention to how the men are showing up. And if it's not the right man, at least they can make that decision and be confident to say, I've made the right decision now. I'm not actually missing out here. My parents, they told me about stories when they were growing up and when they made this mistake and they did that and they regretted it. At least they're prepared now. And I think all it is everything that we do, the better we get at something, the more we know about it, the more that we can deal with these situations when they're presented to us. And the more in control we are, the less we stress. So parents, start thinking about the future. Like, what is the world that they're going to be going into? And what are you stopping them from going into an experience by being that protective parent? And again, I just want to highlight, this is what I'm observing, and this is what I've been working with on some of my clients. And the results have been crazy. Because what they start realizing is that they take the time to listen to their kids now. And when the kids are at a teenage age, they're effectively adults. So they need to go in this world and make their own decisions. What they need from a parent at that age, knowing that their parent is going to have their back no matter what. And when they are in trouble and when they really need something, guess what? The parents are there every step of the way. They also need someone to be able to talk to, because when they do get into these uncomfortable situations, or they have maybe made a mistake, they don't want someone to be shouting at them and screaming at them. They want someone just to be there. And that's where the listening comes in. I always challenge people, take the time to listen. Don't interrupt them. Don't say your own agenda. Don't try to fill the gaps. Just be there and listen to them, especially when they need you most. So set them up, get them prepared, and just watch how different their adulthood becomes.